yet, so we can probably just regular talk for now. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a minute, man. So I know we got a lot to catch up on.
pretty much,
I,
yes.
I know you got an opinion on this debate with Trump and Kamala. How you feel about that?
Well, based off of what I saw, Trump did real good. Could he have done better? Yes. I believe Trump let off a little bit. He been a little bit too nice.
Yeah, I thought so too, for sure.
And put a stranglehold on Kamala Harris and stuff. So now the mainstream media is claiming that how good that Kamala Harris went, and the polling, her poll is up higher than Trump. But here's the thing: she want another debate. Now that's kind of odd. That's kind of odd. Either now you want another debate. You supposed to want the debate. Your
Hmm.
flunky said that you wanted the debate. CNN say you wanted the debate. Roland Martin say she wanted the debate. MSNBC with Joy Reid say she wanted the debate. So why do she want to debate Trump again unless she lost the debate? Unless her performance wasn't good on the debate? Unless she was doing her famous word salad during the debate? She don't have a clue. She lied. And then she went back and trying to Trump. Now, she did baited Trump about the rallies. She did. Now, Trump should not have accepted that bait. Yes. And
He still won, in my opinion,
yeah, I believe he won too because she's
because
still
he stuck to
demanding for
policy.
another. Now she want to do another debate, but she want to do it on the platform of CNN. She don't want to go to Fox. She's not going to go to Newsmax. She want to do it on
Absolutely
CNN.
not.
Right. So the thing,
Absolutely not.
which I don't understand. Some people, why is it that some people want to vote for Kamala Harris because she's the first quote unquote woman of color and stuff? She's not
She's a DEI
right.
hire.
She's a DEI hire. You remind me. She's a female version of Obama,
Yeah, for
making
sure.
changes,
Yeah,
but
but not. I wouldn't even say that because Obama at least could speak well. She doesn't. She can't speak well at
well,
all.
I don't go by how well you speak, but even though he did got me on that when I voted for him, he did do that. Now I give him credit, but he didn't do nothing he didn't do too well for the country at all. And he gave more rights to the
Absolutely not. No.
LGBTQ with the same-sex marriage act. He did that and stuff, but anything else, he haven't done too much of everything. And put a reminder on this. Ever since he left office, the only time he came to Chicago twice
Hmm.
during the DNC, and when
What's
they
going on, Ruth?
uh, and when they
Hey,
broke.
it's been a hot minute, man. You know how that job be getting to me, but I'm off for the whole week.
Hi,
So
Ruth.
yeah, man, I'm trying to get to five. I'm trying to get to 15,000 subscribers today, guys.
But here's
So
another thing. He came for the DNC, and then he came for the Obama Library that's under construction right now. After that,
hmm
he didn't come to Chicago. He didn't come to Chicago trying to stop the violence. Him, and or Michelle Obama didn't come to Chicago
yeah, Michael.
to either correct to stop all this shooting and stuff that's going on.
Okay, my thing, how I saw the debate is, I was writing a few things down. So first, when it comes to Kamala Harris, obviously I think she cheated because at the end of the day, ABC needs to be ashamed of themselves. It was actually a whistleblower that came out a day
Yes.
before questions that ABC was going to word for word the question, but they basically gave her similar wording to basically what the questions was going to be on
Yeah.
ABC. So when it comes down to it, and then it was rumors of her earrings being some artificial microphone from
Some
Germany or
kind of
something like that, right?
transist, yeah, like a
Right.
transistor.
So it's like me personally, I she's
That's
disqualified. Like if we being honest, it was a 3v1 debate. know her what you call sorority sister was helping her moderate as well. So it's like at the end of the day, losers want rematches, in my
That's
opinion.
right.
So it's like if you want a rematch, then you don't feel like you won. And me personally, this debate is a little too a little too close to the election, in my opinion, because I mean, let's be honest. Only two candidates that were running in the beginning, they only debate twice, and then that's when the American people make their decision. Donald Trump had to debate Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So basically, we don't even thank you. It's the debate is too late. So it's like the people really don't even know what her policies is, which is another reason why I think Trump won because he won on policies. He won on
Yes.
foreign policies. I even think he won on abortion, in my opinion, guys. What you guys think? Because
Well, you know
Trump,
something? I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna address that. They put abortion. Now, here's the thing. You got now during the election, you got the border and the economy. Those are one. Those are going, neck and neck right there.
hmm
What's the priority are? Then you got
the economy,
you
yeah,
got you got those two right there. Those two priorities. Then you got the crime. That's three priorities. Then you got the foreign policy. That's four.
the
It's a
border, yeah.
yes, yeah, and the border. That's five. So what? So if anything, abortion is more important than the economy. Is abortion more important than the border? Is abortion more important than the what's going on between Israel and Hamas and Russia versus Ukraine? Is abortion that important and stuff? Do people care more about abortion than they do what's going on with the illegal immigrants that's taking over this that's starting to take
It's
over
taking over the
each and
country,
every
right?
city, especially these sanctuary cities that the Democrat had long in Germany being their bedfellows for. Is abortion that more important than the safety of the children as well? Is the abortions more important than the safety of women,
hmm
aka like look at Laken Riley, who was a victim of a
Of a
crime.
sexual assault, yeah.
Yes. And then she got killed by an illegal immigrant. So is abortion take that much precedent over what's really is going on into this
I'm gonna
country?
get to you outdoor. Just give me 1 second. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because he
So
don't know
that
what he's talking about. I'm reading
who?
his comments and he has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. Bro,
Well,
first
let
of
me
all, have you read? Hold on, I'm gonna ask because I hate haters this early, bro. So outdoor. First of all, I'm brainwashed because I'm thinking for myself, bro. I don't want it to be a one party system. You sound insane. Second of all, Trump did not shut down any border bill. Did you actually read that quote unquote border bill that the Democrats tried to claim was bipartisan? Because if you did, then you would realize that that bill didn't have nothing to do with our border at all. That bill was funding Ukraine, Gaza, Israel for some reason. So it's funding both sides of the war, Red Sea conflicts, and other things that has nothing to do with our border. So explain to me this outdoor. If all of our money was going towards these countries, what the hell is it called a border bill for?
yes.
Hello,
And
Marjorie.
and then what the Republican did, they put something on
Huh,
there. They wrote a bill that
thank
has
you,
something.
not your problems. Because people don't know what the hell they're talking about. That money was not meant for America at all. I know that bill like the back of my hand. So, I mean,
And
at
I
the end of
read
the
that
day,
bill too.
and
And
it
I read
wasn't
that bill
bipartisan.
too.
I hate when people keep saying it was a bipartisan bill. It wasn't. Mike Johnson, me in my opinion, is a rhino. So even if it was a bipartisan bill, I don't trust Mike Johnson.
The Republicans passed a bill that has something to do with the border, and it's still sitting on Chuck Schumer's desk. He ain't even going to try to put the vote on it. He gonna wait until the election start. If the Republican get the Senate back, see if the
Right.
Republican keep the House back and stuff. So
Then this
that bill,
moron Then this moron
who?
said Kamala is a woman of the people. You mean the same woman that was locking innocent women up for no reason, innocent men up for no reason when she was a prosecutor.
I'm trying to figure out which people she talking about. Is she the people that she slept with, or the people who,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
The woman of the
who she
people
got in
of who? What people?
connection with? What people are you talking about? I mean, Willie Brown is a people. Montel Williams is
The
a
global
people.
elites, right? Who are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Who you? That's what I want to know.
Who are you talking
So,
about?
so basically, that. But you know what? His comment is not really relevant right now. We
Yeah.
gotta go by
On to the
what's in
next.
hand right
What's
now.
going on, Christopher Little? What's
So
going on?
so that's one thing about it. So Kamala Harris. Then when Trump made a campaign speech, no tax on tip. What did Kamala Harris say? No tax on tips and stuff. But you want to raise the minimum wage in this country and stuff.
And
So
then
if
she
you
said
raise the
she's going to
minimum,
give people a $25,000 tax credit on homes, right, for first time home buyers and stuff like that. Little do you know, if you know how business works, if you know how the economy works, then all the homeowners are going to do is raise that house by $25,000 because I mean people aren't stupid out here. If you that's what I'm saying. Like Kamala Harris is basically just going to make the American people pay more money out of their pocket for no reason for people that's not doing anything with their lives. Like, I don't think that's fair.
yeah, and guess what? That money is for the immigrants.
Exactly right. That money not
That
even
money
for
is for the
Americans, you
immigrants.
moron.
Yes. So, you know, it's like the Democrats, they used to be for they used to stand for the working people, but I think the only people they represent is themselves, somebody like George Soros and them. That's who the Democrats are representing right there. They're
Yeah,
not
man.
representing no Americans whatsoever and stuff. If you listen
I
to
don't know what
what
he's talking about.
who,
That outdoor person.
oh well, stay
Mm-mm.
outdoor. So that's one thing right offhand that
Thank you, Love USA. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's good to know your facts. Nice shirt. You can get
yes,
this shirt on chicagored.org, right, Dennis?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
Christopher
so
Little say the Democrats are counting on the stupid people's vote this election, and it's pretty obvious. So that's the next thing I want
that's
to
cool.
talk
That's
about.
true. I agree with him on that because you still got some people who if that want to vote for Democrats, they go by based off of skin color. They're
So
not
so
going by policy.
so look. I just want forget it, y'all. I'm just gonna make this a show. So look, at this point, I know you seen this interview because I actually just did an episode on this, but I want your opinion on this, Dennis, because you know you the goat when it comes to everything, man.
Thank you.
When it comes to this interview with Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey, what do you think about this interview?
Well, based off of what I learned from outer space, space is outer space. And
Right.
then when I was smoking marijuana at the time while I was prosecuting black men, I was spaced out.
What the?
We're outer space. And that's what
uh,
space is all about.
the election
Did
was
I
definitely
did,
rigged.
now you see how word salad come out of Kamala Harris? That's the
Yeah,
exact
that was
same
the
thing.
worst word salad she ever whipped up. That
Yeah,
was
that's
terrible.
word salad at
Oh
its
my
worst.
god.
I mean, the woman don't know what she's talking about. I mean, she could took speech 101 when she was at Howard University, or that's not part of their curriculum, right offhand. So,
Insane.
but see, the thing about it was Oprah when Kamala doing interview at MSNBC, CNN, for example, ABC, CBS, or with Oprah, they protected Kamala Rothfeld
There
by
you go.
throwing slow
They
pitch
yeah,
softball questions.
Oprah actually bailed her out in that interview. So
Yes, she
I think
did.
so me personally, it was just fake. The whole thing was just Chinese
Yeah,
Jordans. It was
yeah.
all just a bunch of Chinese Jordans. The celebrities, I almost threw up. That's why when I saw the celebrities when it like Chris Rock and them, I literally almost threw up in my mouth. Like these people are actors. And y'all really mean to tell me that y'all expect us to believe that these people are genuine right now? They're actors. J
And
Lo, are
and
you
you,
kidding me?
man, you know what? We're the one who support them, and so then they turn around and slap us in the dead in the face, like DL Hughley and Ricky Smiley, who over here is saying, "Well, if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, you're not a black man and stuff." I was
But
a black
even
man. I
but
think
even
that's an
in the
insult.
interview with Oprah, right? You got concerned
Hmm.
Americans because in the interview there was this one young man asking her about how she was gonna, excuse me, secure the border, and she basically, like you said, whipping up a word salad, talking about some, yeah, I was a prosecutor. My last name's Harris. Yeah, I like rice. And I'm like, what are you talking about, lady? That was a simple
Hmm.
question that he asked you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna
That,
do to secure the
I
border?
mean,
Why are you bringing
she
up your
you
past as a prosecutor?
I mean, it's just like this here. You ask Kamala Harris how to fix the economy, she gonna say, I wash greens in a bathtub. That's equal to
Literally
E.
though.
coli poisoning, if you know most people will, if you want to know. But Kamala Harris
Yeah,
really
she's tripping balls. Facts.
she's not really for the American people. You gotta remember her dad is a Marxist. Trump exposed her for that. And
And
she's a
he's best
Marxist
friends
too.
with the owner of ABC, if I'm not mistaken. Him or her husband, I believe. One of them.
It was her husband. It was her
Yeah.
husband, and she know the moderator because they were both sorority sisters and stuff. So that's how Kamala Harris really escaped debate, and now she demanded that she should do
Hold
another
up.
debate.
You see this, Dennis? In
What's
the
that?
chat? Justin B says, bruh, I just found out Kamala was the prosecutor who was trying to lock up Michael Jackson. The video is out.
Wow, that's new on me. Because I
What
thought
you talking about,
unless she was the
Justin B?
attorney general,
Elaborate.
unless yeah, she must be the
No,
attorney
she was a
general.
prosecutor in San Diego.
No, she was a prosecutor in San
I
Francisco.
mean San Francisco, not San Diego, San Francisco, excuse me.
Michael Jackson was not didn't live in San Francisco.
I don't know about that one.
No, he was close to the LA County. He was
Hmm.
in LA County. Now the only thing was
Outdoor
if
board, you are just a moron, bro. Is this how all lives are? Like people, look, listen, guys. If people are name calling, just know that is a huge sign of unintelligence. Literally, they say look it up. Okay, I will. Let's see. But yeah, that's very interesting. Why would she try to lock up Michael Jackson?
the same reason why how she decided to lock up black men for marijuana charges and trying to put one man on death row.
Yeah. That's actually insane how people do not know her history. She actually failed in everything that she's done.
She
That's
is.
honestly insane.
Well, somebody women like her. She's a failed prosecutor, a failed attorney general, a failed senator, a failed vice president, and everybody want to vote for her because of those resumes that she has and stuff. I'm gonna tell you
Right.
something. I was listening to WVON, and I'd be listening to this guy named Max McGill, and he's so
I listened
much.
to him one time. One time. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, go ahead.
So what happened was he said something. He was defending Brandon Johnson. I mean, besides Lori Lightfoot, they are both
You're
neck
not
and neck
listening,
of the
bro.
worst mayor in the city of Chicago and stuff.
No,
And
they're the
now,
worst mayors. They're the worst mayors on record, probably.
oh yeah, yeah,
Lori Lightfoot was really, people don't realize Lori Lightfoot was really, really, really bad, guys. She was
it
like
was
really, really bad. Like really bad. I
pathetic.
don't know what you people
I
are
mean, if you want,
smoking.
if you want to look up in the dictionary of a joke and Beetlejuice, that's Lori Lightfoot right there for you. So
Mhm.
when Brandon Johnson, now here's the thing. I blame the people who voted for him for this.
Facts.
Because the reason why I said that, He said it during his campaign speech. He said it during the mayor debate. He's planning on letting these migrants into the city of Chicago, and the resource is and the number one priority are the migrant because of humanitarian reason. You have now you got let's I'm gonna break this down, okay, Vashon? This what you did.
I'm
You got
listening.
what's three major city in the United States?
New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago
Okay,
or
the
LA.
governors, you got three governors that are white Democrats, right?
Hmm.
Three city mayors that are black Democrats. And then all three of them have something in common. Sanctuary laws, broken down communities, immigrants taking over all three of the city, the crime rates are up. And that's what the
Hmm.
problem is right there. We don't vote for policy, we vote for skin color. And that's the
Right.
problem right there in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. Because when you vote for them in doesn't mean that they're gonna stick with their policy and they're not gonna stick by their word if you vote them in. But if you don't vote them in, guess what they'll say? You are a racist and stuff. And
Right.
those are worst
That's
thing. That's
stupid
the
rhetoric,
worst.
man.
Yes, that is the worst thing that anybody could do is vote for these black politicians that don't keep their word whatsoever. They don't stick to the policy, and then they'll do the same thing with word salad, blaming Trump. Trump has not been in office in 3.5 years, and they still say it's his fault for what he did, and
Right.
he's not in office.
Not even
They
been in
say,
office.
right. Yeah. They blame him for what happened in Charlottesville. They blame him about January 6th. Trump, if anybody read, I mean, not read, I'm sorry, watched his speech on TV. Don't look at CNN or MSNBC because they know how to edit it and cut it out.
I mean, yeah, he said that we're gonna march up there peacefully and
Go mark.
patriotically. Like
Yes, he
he
said,
says
I
this all
know.
the time. But you
y-
wanna know what's crazy? ABC didn't even fact check Kamala Harris about that. That's
You know what?
absolutely insane.
You know
I
what?
think ABC should lose their license for at least a
I
month.
truly believe they deserve to lose state license because ABC is an epitome of failure. They are a failed station right there, and they deserve to lose their license or suspended it. Teach them a lesson. But you guess who on ABC?
Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
Yes.
Liberal.
Yeah. So that's the one thing about it. Now, just recently, after Sunday, like Monday morning, ShotSpotter is no longer in use in the city of Chicago because Brandon Johnson refused to sign the contract for ShotSpotter. He say
Brandon
that
Johnson just got rid of those too. You know that, right?
right, he did. He didn't waste
Mhm.
no time after the Democratic convention. So now
That's a
crime gonna
$36 million investment that he just got rid of. That
and
he claims
so
is gonna go towards rehabilitation centers, which is absolutely false.
it's not going to no rehabilitation center. It's
Ain't
going
going
straight
to
to the
shit.
migrant. It's going
There you
straight to the
go.
migrant. Now, Chicago is $900 billion in debt right now because all the money that he spent on these immigrants and stuff, taking all the resource out of the city of Chicago, including COVID, and he funding for these migrants. So
Mhm.
now he's looking at they gonna try to see if we gonna vote on the tax increase and stuff, trying to say they saying that the we got over 127 million or billionaire, quote unquote, in the city of Chicago. Let them pay their fair share. The minute these billionaires, and I don't blame not one of them, if the minute they hear that they gonna raise the tax, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna leave the city. Not less the
Yeah, for
state.
sure.
They gonna leave the city. So
Chicago
guess
losing
who?
more and more residents every single year and
Yes,
money.
this past year, the resident, everybody, it was 87,000 that left the state. That
Yeah.
left the
Let's
state
read
of
some of
it.
these. Let's read some of these comments. I'm sorry because they is stacking up on me. Love USA says the number one priority for African Americans 2024 is to vote. Otherwise, you will be replaced. Yeah, by Kamala and the Dems illegals when they can vote. Your votes won't matter anymore. You're already replaced. Now, love USA. I tell people this all the freaking time. You are 1,000,000% right. And I don't know why black people are not waking up when I tell them that you need to stop being lazy because some of these immigrants, all of them aren't trying to do crimes. Some of them just trying to work. I see this every single day in restaurants. All of these restaurants that usually was filled with black people, like McDonald's and Popeyes, and all
Mm-hmm.
these fast food restaurants, they are literally getting replaced by illegals.
And you
It's
know
getting
what?
replaced by Pablo and his cousin. So it's like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, people. Look, I spam this all the time because I try to teach people something every single day. 27 out of 50 states do not require a photo ID to vote. They're all Democratic, by the way. So
Mm-hmm.
if more than half of the United States don't require a photo ID when they're letting in illegals in majority of the Democratic states, they're letting them in by the thousands, guys. This stuff matters. Love USA is absolutely right. If we don't do nothing as African Americans, we will be replaced in a heartbeat. Because we're not the second demographic anymore. We used to be in the 60s and in the 70s, but we're not the number two demographic in America no more. It's the
Now
because it ain't got that bad now.
I want to I want to also add on to what you say. Back 50 or 60 years ago, there was a marriage rate among African Americans, and so
Yeah,
there was single parenting was 25% 60 years ago. Now it's past 80% of single parenting. No man in a house,
yep.
no family structure. Why is that? Because if the government are doing what they can to separate the man from the woman, so the child will be more raised by the mom. The
There
mom
you
they
go.
take the
There's
emotional
no
trait
structure
from
in
a
the house
woman.
without the father.
Hold on. Here's the thing, and they might call me a misogynist. I don't care. But here's the thing: they gonna say they're gonna take an emotional trait from a woman, especially among black boys and stuff. And
There
the
you go.
men are the and
Especially the
the
black women.
yes, and the thing about it is that they are going to be emotionally unstable. They not going to have no discipline, no structure, no way to say handle things what's going on in the society right now. So when you take the man out of there, guess who you bring in? The government. So
Yeah.
all they know is government, government check and stuff. That's why most people are excited to get things like Section 8 or government housing or whatever. And then when you do that, the man cannot come in. Then the woman gonna get frustrated because they don't know how to discipline that child, especially
Yeah.
black boys and stuff. So the man would
Facts.
say, the hell with it. I'm gonna go on and move on with my life. You stuck with that kid now for the next 18 years and stuff. Discipline them the best way you know how. And then guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna learn the life of crime. So they're gonna become criminals. They're gonna sit up here and rob, looting, carjacking, all those things. So when
Yeah.
they do all those things, then you have residents
Majority
who,
of criminals come from single mother homes.
yeah,
White,
they
black,
come from
Hispanic.
single
It don't matter
parenting.
what ethnicity it is.
Single parenting. That's right. So when they take that, guess what? The crime rate go up. But here's another thing. Like the city of Chicago, the reason why they say crime is not up because crime are not reported. Crime is not
Mhm.
being dealt with. So if you could say, they could say, well, according to the FBI, crimes are down. The reason why crime are down because crime is never reported. Because
Right.
everybody are afraid to report crime to the police, especially the elderly, the women. They are afraid of it. So you got some men who are afraid to report crimes to the police. And then another thing is that they vilify the police. The police officer say, "Well, I got 20 plus year in the hell with this. I just go ahead and retire, get my pension, let them deal with the problem that's in hand." You know what the
Yeah.
perfect example is? Is out there in Missouri when Mike Brown and stuff when that riot happened out there in Missouri
Hmm.
about Mike Brown. What did they
Yeah.
vilify the police and stuff? I don't know the full story. They say Mike Brown started all that stuff, but let's say that he did. They vilify the police. Then the police chief said, "Well, let them burn their own city down. Let them loot. Let them loot their own stores. Let them go ahead on and kill each other off. We just go ahead on and write the police report, put them in a body bag, put them in a morgue, and let them claim the body, and then get rid of them. That's what they do right
Exactly.
offhand. And
Right.
now, so now let me show you now when Brandon now back to Brandon Johnson when he took ShotSpotter down. The question is, how are we going to deal with crime? I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna deal with crime. We deal with it by arming ourselves with guns, and that's
Yeah.
all we gotta do because we do have the Second Amendment right. We do have the state constitutional right to defend ourselves and
Thing
stuff.
is, Chicago, they got the strictest gun laws in America, I believe. If
Yeah,
not, other than New York, besides
other
New
than
York.
New York, they do have the strictest gun law. So the thing about it is that the last gun law legislation haven't worked. So the thing is, will the next legislation on gun laws will work? The answer is no, because
It's only
every
restricting the citizens. It's not going to restrict any criminals.
yeah,
Like, gun
yeah,
laws don't help people who abide by the law. You
no,
know what I'm saying?
gun laws do not stop crime.
It
It
doesn't.
just restrict citizens. That's
There
all
you
gun
go.
laws do. And if you look at it, there's more shooting with these silly gun law bills than anything else. If you look at Houston, if you look at Texas and Florida and stuff, and Indiana just became a constitution state, so they could carry their guns and stuff. If you compare more shooting versus more crime versus crime, because here the thing about it is that law-abiding citizen, concealed carry holder, we do some shooting, but I guarantee you, if you look at statistics, we commit the less crime. We
Yeah,
just
for
do a
sure.
lot more shooting.
And then the thing is, what I don't get about Kamala Harris and her administration is this. You say you want to ban assault rifles in America. So you're a two-way expert. So let me know if I'm wrong, okay?
Okay.
So I looked at this statistic yesterday. It was a circle, right? Like a pie chart.
Hmm.
And they said like average, like every year, there are over like 6,000 people who are killed in a state with handguns, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it comes to AR-15s, you can even include shotguns and other like special weapons. They're only, I believe, like what, like a little bit over 1,000, or like not even like 1,000. I would say like 1,400 in a state. That's including shotguns with ARs. So my thing is this: if you guys really want to stop the shoot, and you can even add like bludgeoning crimes like hands and feet and knives and stuff like that. Those crimes are actually higher than AR-15 and shotgun kills. Bludgeoning crimes, the ones when people get stabbed and beat up and like hammered to the head or something like that. Basically, when somebody gets meleeed. Oh, dang it. I lost Dennis, guys. Dang it. Um. Oh,
Oh,
you
you
back,
back,
Dennis?
Dennis?
Um, I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you. Well,
well, I mean,
I can
I
hear
can hear
myself, but I
myself,
can't
but I
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Oh
Oh
man.
man.
Can you guys hear me in the chat? Cause I can hear me. That's
That's
weird.
weird.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
You said it's echoing? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
YouTube on that
YouTube on that
bull.
bull.
Oh guys,
Oh,
it
guys,
happened
this happened
every time.
every time.
I don't think Dennis can hear us, guys. Can you hear me, Dennis?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Is it
Yeah,
still
yeah.
echoing, guys?
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to see if it's still echoing. I'm trying to see if the chat is saying if it's
Yeah,
echoing or
they
not.
say no. They say no. They say no echo.
Cool. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me or
Yeah, they say they can hear you now. It's okay now.
okay, cool, cool. All right. So yeah, we were talking about gun laws and stuff.
Yes.
And I was saying how you can even and like people like believe it or not, but like there are more bludgeoning crimes than people that are dying to AR-15s and shotguns. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but melee kills basically. Like knives, feet, hands, and
Hmm. Yeah.
hammers and things like anything you just basically put your hand on.
Right. Right.
So if people like the left, well, people on the left, sorry, want to ban assault rifles, would that really put a dent in anything though? When majority of the gun or the majority of the firearm that's doing majority of the killing is the handgun. So
Well, the reason why they said they compare an AR-15 and an AK-47, they compare them like pit bulls and stuff to a pit bull. And what it is that they are the most vilified. That's the most vilified piece of tools right there are the AR-15 and the AK-47. So let's say, for
yeah,
instance,
I'm looking at my AR right now.
yeah. So if you look at it, the reason why there's a lot more mass shooting is because you got people now. The one who committed these mass shootings are transgender people from the LGBTQ. Nobody don't want to talk about that.
Unhinged people, yeah.
Yeah, they really unhinged. And who they targeting? Schools.
But
And
you want to
then
know another statistic? You want to
what's
know
that?
another statistic that I have to admit here that people that are saying that are starting to become more and more accurate every day, that school shooters are really almost always connected with with people that play video games.
Either
What do you think about that?
well, yes, they do compare the Grand Theft Auto and stuff. Yeah, they compare some of them to that. So they figure, okay, I'm gonna picture this. I'm gonna keep this in my mind to a video game, right? And then I'm gonna
Right.
try to see if that work out in the real world. Here's the thing: when you get shot on a video game, all you gotta do is hit the reset button. In life, there is no reset button. So they
Yeah,
trying to compare
very,
that.
very different.
Now you know what?
Very
You know
different.
what? Now you know what? There's a lot of mass shooting. It because people they use more handguns because it's more easy to hide handguns than they do with AR-15s. You cannot hide
Yeah,
a
for sure.
you cannot hide an AR-15 in a backpack. You cannot hide them in a duffel bag. You barely could do that. So when
Right.
uh when they
It
do
says I'm a Trumpian, man, not tampon. What do I look like? Tim Waltz?
it, Trump,
Go ahead.
yeah.
No, I'm
So
I'm responding to this comment. I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny.
yeah, so that's why. And here's the thing: Democrats love to see another mass shooting. They could say, well, we're gonna pray for the family victim, but guess what? The AR-15 are the most effective tools that man had made because basically it's really good for more for home defense than a handgun is and stuff.
Right.
Now, if you look at and then they say, well, AR-15, they compare it to the military style weapon. But here's the thing: a M4, M15, M16, uh, a 50 cal, for instance, and a 240 Bravo, and a 60 cal. They only
Mhm.
got but
I
two.
got a question for you from a somebody in the chat after this. You can finish. I'm sorry. I just think it's
So
interesting.
okay, so what AR does? It only have semi. Those military style weapons like the M4, M16, them, they only got but semi and burst. Now they did a hearing and they said in Illinois for the uh for the ban on the AR-15 and the AK in the state.
Mhm.
And even they say a master gunsmith, you cannot even modify an AR-15 from semi to fully automatic. Well, then they say,
Right.
then the lawyer say for the defendant, well, can you use M16 and keep it on semi? They say no because you won't have a chance if you use it as semi. Now they use
Right.
burst just in case if they had to shoot down a helicopter that's flying in a very low altitude. That's when they use burst. But the thing about it is that the Democrats do not want nobody to have the AR-15. To be honest with you, the Democrats do not want us to really be a concealed carrying whatsoever. That's why they're making it
They
hard.
want to fully take away the Second Amendment, basically.
Right. They want to take away that. JB Prisker is doing that. Not only he violated the Second Amendment, he violated Section 25 of the Illinois State Constitution because it stated that we have the right to bear arms and stuff. It didn't say certain arms. It didn't say what type of arm. It just
And the
say
First
arms.
Amendment. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
he violated the First Amendment, but most likely the Second Amendment need to be protected and stuff because now not only we dealing with regular criminals, we dealing with these criminals from Venezuela
From
and
other
from
countries.
Haiti
Yeah.
and Haiti too as well.
So, Code of Harry says take away their are likely to act out in reality. It pacifies them. What do you think about that? Do you think that video games like GTA and Call of Duty Black Ops and shooting games like Red Dead Redemption, whatever, do you think these games actually um helps them as far as like more of like a comfort or therapy to them to where it's not going to make them wild out, or does it inspire them to go and want to shoot up, or some random school? What do you think about that?
I think it's more like it inspiring them to do it and stuff. But here's the thing: the way you do it is you got to educate them about guns because video games not going to educate you. You got to educate your kids about guns. You got to educate, show them what a real gun look like, show them how it feel. And if you go
Right,
to a range, show them how they shoot and stuff, so they
right.
get the understanding on firearm safety. That's what you do. Now, here's the thing: the average white Americans teach their kids about firearms at the age of 6. African
Yeah.
Americans don't teach them at all. The only way they know about firearms, not firearm safety, but firearms is through Call of Duty or they commit a crime. Those are two,
Mhm.
that's the difference. So if we teach our kids at a very early age about guns, how they feel, the weight of the gun, what the bullets look like, and how it shoot, I guarantee you, shooting will go down by at least 80% if we teach.
Mhm.
So that's another thing that's important right there. So
Okay.
we gotta teach our kids about gun safety. Here's another thing. I support teachers should be armed. Should be armed.
Me as well. I believe if teachers were more armed, they could be saving these kids from getting from death, man. Sadly, but I mean, it's the truth. Like, it's sad that a teacher has to carry a firearm, but I mean, this is happening. I don't know if America is stupid, but this is happening in schools now. I don't know
Yeah.
why they're not putting, police officers there, hiring,
The,
heightening the security there. Even what you said, arming teachers, anything to keep these kids safe. I don't think nothing is too, I will put anything, forward for the kids. So I don't really think nothing is too rational to save children's lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Well,
like
okay. So let's look into that. Okay, you got to look at what happened. There's a there.
like and subscribe too, guys.
The police are underfunded and the police are undermanned. Okay. And they don't have the money. There's some it depends on each city, especially these small towns, that some of these mass shootings are happening. If you look at it, they are underfunded as far as having police officer to go and protect the kids from a mass shooting. Okay, you got Uvalde. You got look at what happened in Uvalde. Look what happened in
Yeah.
Nashville. Look what happened in Georgia. Now, Uvalde, the police didn't even make no effort to go in there and stop that mass shooting. Okay?
No, you. No, I want to say Florida, but
No,
no.
not Florida, Uvalde, Texas.
Okay, yeah, Texas.
Yeah,
Okay, I know what you're
yes.
talking about. Okay.
That was a small town, and the police didn't even make no effort to go in there. I don't know why, but they didn't make no effort into it.
I've
They
heard about this one. That's why I said I didn't want to get it wrong. And actually, they fired that cop, right?
they fired the
And the police
cop.
chief.
I think they fired the police chief too and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But then you got a small, us living in a big city, we know about mass shooting because it happened almost every week compared to a small town like Uvalde. Then you had Nashville. The police responded a little bit quicker, but you had 6 people who lost their life, 3 staff members, 3 children. Then you have another mass shooting at the school, Georgia, and stuff. So it's like if you train the teacher and arm them and stuff, then I believe that will never be no mass shooting. Now you're gonna have some liberal teacher, the one with the Kool-Aid color hair that believe in
yeah, libtards basically.
diversity. Then they believe into the LGBTQRSTUV group, they
Right.
don't want no gun and stuff like that. They don't want no gun, so they rather become victims right offhand. So that's the reason why that school shooting come to exist. Then you have another reason why, because they got these gun-free zones in restaurants, schools, sporting
Yeah.
events, and stuff. So but guess who don't? But guess what? Guess who don't go by these things? Criminals. Criminals don't care
Yeah.
none of. They love criminals really love red flag laws. They love the gun control, and they love the gun free zone because it don't apply to them. Because their thing is we don't have nothing to lose, so let's commit crime in these gun free zones, in restaurants
Right.
as well.
We got
Yes,
a LGBT in here talking about LGBT. Look, man. What do so? Do you think what you think a man can have a child? Michael Nightwolf. Do you think men can have kids? I'm gonna let him answer that, but Dennis, last subject, because I know these are your favorite type of people. So I know you're familiar with the View, and they actually just responded to Janet Jackson. And I'm quoting here. Janet Jackson says that Kamala Harris is not black.
she's
In the
not.
View, huh?
She's not.
No, she's not. No, of course not.
No,
But
she's mixed. I
the
mean, mixed up, but she's mixed.
yeah, but me personally, I don't think she's her culture is you know Black America at all. So what do you think about the View saying that Janet Jackson has no place to say something like this? When it's the truth that Kamala Harris indeed is not black.
Well, it's really Janet Jackson has the right to express her viewpoint, and that's under the First Amendment of the Constitution. So, I don't really watch The View and stuff. If I do, I'm going to drink. But if anything, The View don't have no say on. The View like to control the narrative. They want to say how you want to speak, who do you want to speak, and when do you want to speak. As long that it don't.
This is basically Kamala Harris's crowd. These are her go-to
Yes, they
people, the
are. They are.
single cat women. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is to it.
Yeah, it's
And
time for them to pack it up, Yellowwood. Factual.
yeah, so that's why they they don't like for you to speak out against a politician who's not going to do nothing and stuff. And it's easy for Whoopi, Sonny, Anna Kavanaugh. I wouldn't even. She can't even speak for blacks and stuff. She's Cuban. She can't speak for black. Sonny,
No.
she can't really speak for blacks because guess what? Her ancestor was slave owners and stuff. And
Yeah.
she
On her father's side, I believe, right?
yes, and on her father's
The
side of
Irish
the
side.
family. Yes. So you cannot speak for black if you're not black. You can't speak for it.
So
Whoopi,
wait,
she just
Marjorie L. Tatum in the comments says, "Hey, WVON doing um a simulcast with station on Alabama right now. Topic: Why are black people voting for Trump? It's on Antiva Buck Bucknan show, 3 p.m. 6.
Buchanan. That's
Yeah, Buchanan. I'm sorry, I can't read today. I
yeah,
don't know
that's
why. So, do you want
yeah.
to join that? Let's see if we can. Do you have a number to this? Because we can actually do this live, guys.
Well, the reason why blacks are voting for Trump because number one, when Trump was running in 2016, Trump said, "What you got to lose?" That's the main thing.
Really,
What you
though.
got to lose? And
Really, though.
that's the
We've
most
been
honest.
voting Democrat for over 60 plus years. This is the dumbest thing ever to not try something new.
Yeah, I've been voting for Democrat throughout my whole adult life, and so I voted for Clinton. I voted for everybody because. But then the reason why I voted because I didn't have no knowledge of what the Democrats would do and what the Republicans would do. And so,
With the
once
vote. Yeah.
as far as the voting and as far as their policy goes and stuff, I even voted for Clinton, Hillary Clinton, when she ran against Trump. But in my mind, when I was voting, I was like, Trump gonna win this election. And guess what? He won the
He
election.
did.
So
For
I had
sure.
to switch. I had to. You know what? The reason why I switched parties from a Democrat to a Republican because the policy are not working for me. The policy is not working in the city of Chicago. The policy is not working in the United States. And every time you got a Democrat running for office,
First of all,
and
hold
then
on. Let me correct Nightwolf with something. He says small percentage of blacks are voting for Trump. Is actually not true. I believe 21 to 25% this year are for Trump. And this is before election year. I don't listen or read polls before November. I just don't do it. It's not accurate. Polls, honestly, is just dumb, guys. So polls aren't accurate at all. I believe it's way higher than 21% in the black community.
yeah, and if Trump win, if in here in Illinois, if Trump win Illinois, we flip the state because this has been a Democratic stranglehold for Democrats for years when it comes down voting, and and Trump all Trump need is 20% of the black vote in the county in Cook County alone.
Right.
So just imagine that. But the thing about it is that I was a Democrat
Bro,
and stuff.
70%. I'm sorry. I got to address this, guy. 70% of people are voting Democrat this year. That's 20% less than the average vote that they get from the Democrats every single year. Kamala Harris only has, honestly, I think it's less than 70%. So she doesn't even
Unless
have
they,
70% of the black vote.
unless it's women, and they're
It's,
not.
of course, it's going to be black women, but even black
But
women
guess
aren't even
what?
for Harris.
They're not feeling it either. They're not
Black women are
feeling it,
not
and
for Harris for real,
they
bro.
not for Harris because they see what Joe. Because see, if Kamala Harris wins the election, guess what? She gonna carry on the same policy when Joe Biden was president.
So, Marjorie L. Tatum says yes, they're on now, getting a take. I'm sorry, getting to take a break, but some folks not happy at WVON because they don't want to hear it.
You know what?
So,
Okay, Margaret. Let me respond to Margaret. Margaret, the reason why they're not happy with WVON is not the voice of the people. They are the voice of the Democrat, and they are voice for the Black Democrat politics. As long
yeah,
they
one
you
party
they,
system.
It's a one-party system. One-party system equal one party rule. So that's why nobody is not happy at WVON. I had to confront a radio show host on WVON about some policy, and they just like Roland Martin unfiltered. They figured they got the facts, they know what they talking about. They will cut you off, and then they will say, "Well, let's get to the next subject." You're not even finished with the point you made, but they were so busy cutting
Exactly.
you off. So that's why nobody's not happy with WVON. You know what? Here's the thing: go to intellectualradio.com. Listen to Black Excellent Hour with P. Ray Easley. She will break down the facts. She's the only black uh, conservative right here in the city of Chicago. And the reason why, now remember, Black Excellent Hour used to be on WVON on Sundays and stuff. Then they gave her a promotion to do Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So the Black Excellent Hour show blew up right offhand. It made a threat to the other show and stuff on WVN that for the Democrats. So they
Right.
say so
I
so
I peeped that too a minute ago, like a week
yeah,
ago.
yeah. No, I've been knowing this been going on ever since. Now remember,
Mm.
Black Excellent Hour only been on WVON since 2020 and stuff. And they didn't like how P Ray show blew up. So they took they
So what choice would you prefer? Because I'm sorry, excuse me, because RFK is endorsing Trump. Night Wolf, you claim to be a libertarian or independent. I'm not sure what you are, but if both sides suck, then what's the answer? Because like you libertarians just don't know what you're talking about sometimes, bro. When it comes to like Democrat and Republicans, like yo, at the end of the day, if you guys really want your own party, if you guys are who you say you are, if you guys are out there like you say you are, why aren't you guys starting your official own party? Like, what are you doing? Oh, so now RFK is a man, please, bro. So he's loopy, but he first of all, he wants to save your he wants to save free speech, bro. Every American should be fighting for their First Amendment right. Now,
yeah,
I believe
because the Democrats don't have no problem with it. The liberals
they're
don't
gonna
have no
take it
problem with it.
away. I don't
They
know
don't
what
have no
Nightwolf's
problem.
problem
They don't
is, but they're gonna
th-
take your First Amendment right away.
yeah.
And who is the face? Who is the face of the libertarians this year? You tell me, Nightwolf. And why didn't he go all the way into why didn't he make it all the way? These people don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, Marjorie L. Tatum says, especially Kendall Moore, he went off at the thought that they even have having the discussion. Oh
Yeah.
man, these
My,
people at
but,
WVON sound
but
stupid. I
but let me
listened
finish.
one time.
Let me finish what they did to Black Excellent Hour. So they
I'm
took
sorry, go ahead.
Black Excellent Hour was a 1 hour show on Sunday. Then they promoted it on to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday was a 3 hour show. It had more ratings than any other show on WVON. Guess what happened?
Mm,
They took it away because it had gotten too much raw hand. She the more people was for Black Excellent Hour, most people was being more conservative because they see and got tired of what the Democrats are doing. The same Democrat that the radio show WVON is are defending raw hand. So
hmm
what they did, they took away the show. They took away her show Monday and Tuesday, 3 hours back to Sunday.
I heard, yeah, I
And
remember
guess who
telling me
they
that.
replaced it to with? Tavis Smiley. So then,
Flunky.
yes. So what they did, they took P. Ray's show out on Sunday and stuff, and then that's when Black Intellectual Radio uh picked up.
Yeah, 'cause she do
Now
that
it's
every
blown.
Sunday.
yeah, it's blowing up. You and I are witness to it because we went there. Then WVON want P Ray to go back, bring back Black Excellent Hour back to WVON. And I advise her, don't take it. Don't even take the money. It's all about the principle of being a black conservative that they don't like and they cannot control.
They
They
don't like
cannot
different
control.
views. That's the
They
thing.
cannot control. It's all about controlling. That's all it is. It's all about controlling. That's
Right.
all WVON was all about. And so, and I'm gonna put one. I'm gonna name one person, Max McGill. He is more feminine than a feminine that need tampons. I
Oh
hope
my
he see
god.
this. I hope he see this.
He just
He.
might. He just might.
I hope he see it
I'm gonna
and
upload
stuff.
this soon. But I wanna get to one more thing before we get off, Dennis.
Yes, sir.
So our executive director, Mr. Osiris Sumler, was on a very, very popular show on Sunday, guys. Now, put a one in the chat if you guys are familiar with Jubilee with a J. So if you guys are familiar with Jubilee, they have like over 9 million plus subscribers. It's a very popular show. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen episodes before. So the topic was many topics, but it was basically about the Kamala Trump election this year. And our executive director made it, Osiris. And I'm gonna just give you my opinion first. I think he did amazing. I think he really went in on Kamala when it came to her history as a prosecutor, her job as vice president. He absolutely cooked her, and he cooked those libs. But I honestly believe that there was some things 10 toes on, like Trump losing the debate. I don't know why he agreed to that, but I can see why he did because Trump wasn't usually at his best, and that's the difference between Trump and I'm not even gonna say Trump do one thing wrong, he loses.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like he still stuck to the policy, in my opinion. He still explained how he was never going to get rid of fracking and how Kamala Harris basically is flip flopping her policies all over the place.
Well, she never
So,
did answer it. She never answered none of
and
the
she never
questioning.
answered it right. She
She
never
never
even
answered
answered the
it.
question about Tim Walz allowing abortion up to 9 months. So, I mean, me personally, it was a 3-on-1 anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I just think she cheated, So I don't even think nobody won for real. For real, she got disqualified. So basically, Trump won.
Yeah.
But
Now,
what are your thoughts?
now he did do. He who you talk about Osiris?
Yeah, yeah.
He did pretty good. I will go. I will be a juggernaut and go for the kill. I will put my hand on their throat and won't let them breathe. Especially the one who keep cutting him off and stuff. I would. Well, if you that's the case, what proof do you have on that besides Google? And that's what most of the liberal or Democrats do. They go on Google or they go on these liberal websites and that's their proof raw offhand. So that's a big difference on thing.
Hmm.
I believe he did real good and stuff. I believe now he's not aggressive. Now, if you and I was on there, we'll be aggressive. They might handcuff us, but anything else, he did a very
In
good.
California,
Yeah, in
for
California.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, first thing they say, these two blacks promote hate speech and stuff. That's what they're gonna say. Get the
yeah.
man
They're
with
gonna
a
give us the Candace Owens effect.
yeah, they'll give us the Candace Owens effect and stuff. So I believe he really did good and stuff. I wish they wouldn't kept cutting him off. That's why I
Hmm.
wish, they didn't do about him. But anything else? Now I'm gonna look at it again and hear him say, see if he did say he did lost and stuff. But I would address it as he was not at his best because he wasn't aggressive. That's one thing I would do.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Marjorie. Marjorie. I thought that's Marjorie from the from Chicago Red. I think. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm sure like she looks familiar. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
definitely Marjorie.
Marjorie.
Marjorie. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
What's
what
going
happened?
on,
Oh,
Marjorie?
no, yeah, Marjorie. That's what happened. So WVON all of a sudden want P Ray back because they need. See, here's the thing. WVON
Like and
needed P
subscribe
Ray.
too, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry, Dennis. Go ahead.
Yes, WVON. P Ray did not need WVON. WVON need P Ray. But since
Mm,
P Ray was the only black conservative female who had that talk show, they were throwing bricks at her and stuff. And you know what they say? For those who have never sinned, let them cast the first stone.
right, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm happy that P Ray moved on and stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, I wish WVON the very best, but my wish is pretty sarcastic. And I was like, then I move on and stuff. But you got these radio show hosts who so much pro Democratic, they don't know why they Democratic. They so much pro Brandon Johnson, they gonna defend Brandon Johnson. They so pro Kamala Harris. Did anybody say what kind of policy Kamala Harris gonna do, raw
She doesn't
offhand?
have any.
You're right. She don't have none. It's just like you take a test, and you before you answer the test, what's the question? And that question
Right.
is on a blank piece of paper. That's how Kamala Harris is. Her way of thinking is just like a blank piece of paper. You just want to hurry up and ball it up and throw it in the trash.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm really big on policies when it comes to the border.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this guy, this is just my last comment when it comes to Night Wolf, and I'm gonna just end the stream. But he said Democrats switching Biden out was a wise decision. Me personally, I agree with that.
No,
I wish they
it
would have
was
kept him in
it
because
was
that would have
it
been a
wasn't
landslide for
no,
Trump.
it wasn't the most wisest decision. It was the most desperate decision they
Yeah, it
made
was the
because
desperate.
the minute
It was a
Trump
DEI
destroyed.
decision.
Yeah, no, it was a desperate decision. You know why? Because Biden was destroyed during that first debate on CNN. Trump destroyed him and stuff. I would have made sure that there will be no resurrection when it come down to Biden and stuff. That's why they did it. They was desperate to see who could stand up against Trump. If they would went with Gavin Newsom, then they will oversee. They will bypass Kamala
Newscomb.
Harris. Yeah, they will bypass Kamala Harris and stuff. Say, hey, look, I'm the VP. I should become be the nominee and stuff. And she did not get not one vote during the primary and stuff. And Joe Biden, he had what, over 14
Me
million
too,
votes.
Gabbo. Me too, man. He
Yeah.
said he
So
lost
guess what?
family members, friends because he a Trump supporter. Me too, brother. Trust me, I know.
Well, yeah, I feel the same way too. But my attitude is the hell with them. That's
Yeah,
my
factual.
attitude. You know, I'd rather
Factual.
have.
They weren't
I'd
good
rather.
friends, on God.
Yeah, they was a good friend. If you and that's all it is to it. But they don't. But see, That's how Kamala Harris got it because it was really a coup. It was a coup against Joe Biden. Trump said it during his rally speech. It was a coup, raw offhand, that they trying to get rid of Joe Biden. If I was Joe Biden, I would got revenge on the DNC and would not endorse Kamala Harris. I would have done that.
Obama is the one that gave him a phone call, I believe, and told him that he needs to drop out.
Yes.
And then Nancy Pelosi was actually the she was actually the muscle behind
Yep,
that.
she was. Yes, she was.
You know that, right?
Yes, she was.
So yeah,
So that's
but
all it is to it. That's what it is.
yeah, for sure. But Dennis, you trying to do another show in like a few more hours?
Um, I want probably later on this evening.
Later on in. Okay, man, I'll be free. But guys, before you leave the live, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you guys subscribe to Dennis too. Give him some subs, guys, because I know he gonna be uploading something real soon. Dennis, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Um, Everybody in a gun. I'm a gun activist, and I'm very very pro 2A active and stuff, and I'm
Mhm.
for the Second Amendment. Don't confuse guns. Don't kill people. Criminals kill people.
There you go.
Instead of everybody say gun violence, let's say use the word crime violence, because the criminals are committing the crime which equal to the violence, Ralph. And then and then you
Right.
got some people say, well, the reason why, because there's nothing going on in the black community. Here's the thing: poverty don't commit crime. Crime commit poverty. That's a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yes. And work. And work. Hmm.
Not gonna get rid of AR-15s. They're not gonna do it, guys. But even if they do try to do it, look, they're gonna go for the ARs, then they're gonna handguns next, guys. That's all they're gonna do. Because they're gonna act like, oh, well, you know what? Handguns are the weapons that are really killing people. If you really wanted to kill the problem, you could have just went straight to the bigger, like to the biggest issue, which is handguns, not AR-15s. And I mean, if you take away the guns, all guns, guess what, guys? People are just going to start getting stabbed out here and beaten up
Hmm.
with objects.
Hmm.
The
And you
intent
got
to kill will never go away.
yeah, and you guess what? We still got these immigrants here, and these Venezuelans carry machetes. They carry machete. So if Kamala, even you know what? Kamala says she carry a gun. I think that's a bald faced lie. I
Nah, she's
believe
a
that.
liar. She
Yeah,
doesn't
so
have a
I
gun.
believe she gonna try to find a way to force Congress. She hoped that the Democrats get the House to pass the bill, but I don't think the Democrats gonna pass the bill or make a law to abolish these handguns and
Hmm.
or ban these ARs, because they can't afford to lose no seats. So what she want to do is use use an executive act order. If she uses the executive order, people like the NRA and Gun Owners of America, it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court going to overrule it.
Right. He
Yeah,
says Scamala owns guns. Yeah, I think she owns guns too, guys. I'm gonna just be honest. I mean, who doesn't have a gun in their home? That's just
yeah,
pretty dumb. If you don't have a gun in your home, well, matter of fact, we did meet a young woman at the NABJ that was very fearful of guns. So it is some people out there that really just don't like guns. But guys, do not let these people take your guns. Do not be a fool like Nightwolf and be a soy boy like Nightwolf and vote Kamala Harris, a person who has no policies, a person who's not going to change America for the greater good. So it's like at this point, vote MAGA. If you don't vote MAGA, I mean, you feel free to vote whoever you want to vote for. But if you ain't voting Trump this year, you are not an American. And that's all I got to say about that.
that's right.
Make sure
That's
you
right.
guys hit that like, subscribe button, man. Make sure you guys tune in next time. And I am out of here, guys. And yes, Night Wolf